What if I told you that in the middle of one of the darkest moments a village had ever known, when death was at the doorstep and everyone had given up hope, one old man was humming a quiet song and fixing a broken plow? And what if I told you that what he was doing in that barn wasn't madness? It was the most powerful act of wisdom anyone in that village could have performed? Stay with me, because by the end of this story, you're going to see your own life, your own work, and your own darkest days in a completely different light. It was wartime. Not a metaphor, not a figure of speech. Real war with real stakes and a real enemy marching closer with every passing hour. The young men of the village had gone off to fight. The women worked around the clock, carrying food to the front lines, wrapping wounds, holding trembling hands in field hospitals. And back home, only the elderly and the children remained, holding their breath, waiting in a small wooden barn at the edge of the village. An old man sat on a wooden stool, carefully sharpening and mending an old plow. His hands moved slowly, deliberately, and beneath his breath, almost as if the world around him didn't exist, he hummed a low, steady melody. His wife walked in, and the look on her face said everything before her words did. She had been crying. The whole village was in mourning. Their own sons were somewhere out there, in the thick of that terrible fight. She looked at him and said, with a voice full of exhaustion and pain, "How can you do this right now? How can you just sit there and sing? Our sons are fighting for their lives. Our neighbors are grieving. Everyone is worried about whether this village will even exist tomorrow. And you're out here fixing a plow? Who do you even think you're fixing it for? The enemy is coming. They'll kill us, they'll kill you, and they'll take that plow anyway." She wasn't wrong to feel that way. Not even a little bit. But the old man set down his tools, looked up at her with quiet eyes, and said something she would never forget for the rest of her life. "My dear, think about what you just said. They can kill us. Yes, that is possible. But can they kill the plow?" He paused, letting the question settle like dust in the still air. "I am not here destroying things. I am here building something. And this world, this stubborn, beautiful, broken world, runs on the plow. It always has. If we survive this war, we are going to need this plow more than ever to feed ourselves and rebuild what was lost. And if we don't survive," he picked up the tool again and kept working. "Well, if we don't survive, then maybe the man who takes this plow will feel something when he holds it. Maybe something in him will stir. Maybe he'll think of the man who loved his work so much that he kept at it even when the world was falling apart. And maybe, just maybe, he'll bless my name." He looked at her one more time, steadily, kindly. We don't always get to know what our work is truly for, and that is okay. Here is what I want you to take away from this story today, and I mean really take away. Not just nod at and forget. In a world that constantly tells you that your work only matters if it produces immediate, visible, measurable results. This old man was living proof of something much deeper. He understood that the act of building, of creating, of caring for your craft is never wasted. Not in good times, and especially not in the hard ones. Because the truth is, we almost never get to know the full story of our own impact. You may plant something today, a skill, a habit, a kind act, a piece of work done with integrity, and never see who it feeds down the road. That doesn't make it meaningless. That makes it eternal. The enemy can take a lot of things from you. They can take your comfort, your certainty, your sense of safety, but they cannot take what you built with love and intention. That travels further than any of us can. See. So the next time life feels overwhelming, when the world outside looks like it's burning, and you don't know what difference anything you do could possibly make, remember the old man in the barn. Pick up your plow, Do your work. Hum your song, because this world runs on people like that, and it always has. If this story touched something in you today, if it reminded you of someone you know, or made you think about your own work and your own purpose, I would genuinely love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me what you felt, what it made you think about, or what your own plow is right now. Your words aren't just a comment to me. They are fuel. They are the reason I keep showing up here to share stories like this one. Every single response means the world, and it helps me know that this kind of content is worth continuing to create. So please don't scroll past. Say something. I'll be reading every word.